Hi, this is Shade Foray with TaxSaleSupport.com. I'm here with Steven Swenson again, and this is another one of our Property Deal of the Week videos.
Yeah, and today we're going to be talking about New York. New York is a tax deed state, which means that they actually sell the property at the tax sale.
Yeah, basically, state law gives the property owner a redemption period, and at the end of that redemption period, the county will foreclose on the property and offer it up for auction.
Yeah, exactly. Now they're going to use a premium bid method, which means that they're going to start at that opening bid amount, and whoever's the highest bidder will win the property. And New York will have both on-site and online auctions, so they still will have auctions in person, but a lot of auctions have moved online as well.
Yeah, they've also moved a lot of the over-the-counter inventory over to land banks, which is something that many states across the country are starting to do as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, before we jump into the properties, we just wanted to say that we've noticed that only about 15% of you guys are actually subscribed to the channel. So we want to encourage you to subscribe so that you get notified anytime that we produce a new video.
Yeah, definitely. We'd love to have you as part of the family. Now, today we're going to be talking about, in this deal of week, St. Lawrence County, New York. And this is actually a sold edition where we're going to go over properties that sold at a past tax sale.
Yeah, so this is a sale that ended here in the end of September. It was an online auction as well.
Yeah, it was handled by Auctions International. All the bidding took place online, and it went from September 11th till September 25th and ended on the 25th.
Yeah, so let's take a look here at a few of the properties here that sold.
Yeah, now this first property, it's just a building lot. I wanted to show a couple of smaller type deals that were sold in this auction. Has an opening bid of about $460. Has a value of around $4,000. So we're not talking about a sexy property, but a property that you could pick up and turn around and sell and make a profit on.
Yeah, well, it's basically sold for minimum, for opening bid amounts.
Yeah. Another property.
Yeah, the same way where again, it's getting purchased for a tiny percent, less than 5% of what it's worth.
Yeah, $190 worth around $4,000. Here's two more additional lots. The lot on the right, it was $840 and had a value around $5,000, and the lot on the bottom is around $340,000. Now, in this particular town where these four lots came from, there really wasn't a ton of real estate for sale within the area. But outside of that area, just as, I found a couple of similar properties that were just outside town, and they were both available for around $15,000.
Yeah, so really the value that's assigned by the county of $5,000, is only realistic if we can find properties to buy for around that price, and if we can't, then it's obvious that the value's higher.
Yeah, exactly. And that's really where we're going to look into the market values of some of these properties to see what they're worth. But both one of those lots could be lots that we do what we call wholesale, which means we buy the property from the county and then we're just going to move on and resell it to somebody there, a neighboring property owner, something like that.
Yeah, and here we have a single-family home that sold for $22,000, which is a pretty low price, considering you've got a property here that's estimated value there at $78,000, has a rent estimate of $1,300 a month.
Yeah, exactly. And it was built in 1966 as well, so it's not a huge home, 2-bedroom, 1-bath. But where we're looking at that rent estimate, also the value, if you're picking it up at $22,000, and these photos that we're looking at are current photos where you can see it looks like newer type siding and things like that.
It looks like it's in usable condition.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's probably occupied.
Yeah, so, picking it up at that price, there's still plenty of profit room and margins in there to go ahead and do this deal and make a sizable income if you're flipping it, or if you were just planning on renting the property out. Let's say it does rent out for $1,200 a month. Well, within a couple of years, this property would pay for itself, where anything after that, you'd be getting residual income.
Yeah, really. It's a great deal. Able to pick it up for about 25 cents on the dollar at the very least. And the value there, could easily go up above 78.
Yeah.
here's the next property, which is also a home that sold for $20,000, which is, again, just a really low price for a very usable home.
Yeah, 3-bedroom, 1-bath. In fact, this home, was sold a few years ago. And so online they had, images of the interior as well. And even though those interior images is old, so we're not going to take that as gospel, but it does give us an indication of where the property was at that time, and really looking at the value. If you're picking this property up for $20,000, there's still essentially what?
Yeah, a lot of profit in it.
Yeah, $50,000 plus potential profit.
Yeah. Well, and really, the monthly rent income is where this property really has power. The value on it may not be hundreds of thousands, but the rent that it brings in is the same as properties that are valued higher.
Yeah, exactly.
And here we have a few more properties here to look at that are good examples. I love this property here on the left. A nice plot of land here. I don't know how many acres that is.
74.
74 acres that sold for $8,500. That is, really, that's a hell of a bargain.
Yeah, it was worth $40,000 plus. Here's a couple of duplexes as well. One sold for $25,000. It was worth about $95,000. One sold for $24,000. That was worth about $85,000.
Yeah, well, it looks like it's commercial. Almost is right now.
Yeah, well, it's apartments actually is what they've converted it into. So I think it's a triplex or something like that. I think that it's got several different apartments.
Yeah.
It said it had 3 different or 4 different electric hookups.
Oh, it was picked up for a low price. For considering the value there.
Well, and considering we're looking at current photos of the property, so when it was purchased, there was still somebody that looks like they were renting the property.
Yeah.
Which means that you could probably walk in on this property, become the new owner, and and possibly start collecting rent from these new renters.
Yeah. And another example there of the next property, that sold for $24,000, and is valued at $85,000. That's several homes that that sold for prices between $20,000 and $25,000.
Well, and to be honest, these were really just kind of the first page, so there was 5 pages of property on there, and this was just kind of the first, and maybe went over to the second page, I can't remember, but I only showed just a few of the property. So there was a lot of homes that sold between that $20,000 to $25,000 mark, where these aren't homes that are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, but they do have some value there where there's still plenty of potential profit, where they're worth $80,000, $90,000.
Oh yeah, they're awesome. Really, they're as good as you're going to get with tax sale properties usually. That's kind of, these are fantastic opportunities.
Yeah, it's hard to get a decent usable building for 10 cents on the dollar. That can be possible with land, but if you're talking about a usable building, they're usually going to sell for, even if we're looking at good deals, we're going to be paying between 20 to 35, 40 cents on the dollar.
It is hard to find single-family homes in general for less than $50,000. That you're going to pay for, out of pocket. These are cheap prices comparative to almost anywhere in the country.
Yeah, well, and we could have showed. We went through 9 examples here, and we could have showed probably another 30 examples. Where they're potentially good deals. So again, this was in St. Lawrence County, New York, a tax deed sale. A lot of good opportunity. For those investors that think, hey, there's just too much competition everywhere, it really is about choosing the areas. There's going to be less competition in a New York sale like this than there maybe is in Miami-Dade County, Florida.
Yeah, definitely. Lots of good opportunities. Well, if you like this information and you would like more like it, you should sign up for our membership program. It's only $39 a month. You can cancel at any time, and it provides you with both tax sale lists and training materials and live training.
Yeah, exactly. You'll be able to participate in our weekly webinars and have access to all of our list and training, which in fact we use our list to prepare these Deal of the Week videos.
Yep. So hey, thanks for watching this video. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the like button as well.
Yep, we appreciate it.